Man, what the hell is going on? Is that in the camera? I don't think so. And to cover the time, you already know what's going on. What the hell is happening, ladies and gentlemen? How the fuck are we doing? I hope we're doing well. I think I'm gonna be talking pretty quietly in this one, so I think we can keep the mic a little high, you know. I've been talking pretty loud just because I don't like how this thing sits on me. I wish it would just like sit flat like this, but it doesn't want to do that. And I hope I'm not making a bunch of noise fucking smacking it around and shit either. So that's my bad if I am. We're just gonna fucking stick it. We're gonna stick it. We're gonna stick it right there. We're gonna call it a fucking day. Not touch it. Just gonna leave it right there and hope for the fucking best. That's what we do here at the fucking intellectual black hole, ladies and gentlemen. We don't know what the fuck's going on all the time. I don't know what the fuck's going on all the time. Not the smartest man on the planet. Not the biggest genius out here, alright? I'm not fucking working on it. I'm working on it. But I'm a work in progress, if you will. Alright? I've only been here 22 years on this planet. You gotta give me some time. But I'm figuring it out. I think. I mean, the thing is, here's the thing about life, and I've said this before. Once you start thinking you're figuring shit out, there's going to be more sets of problems that are going to be thrown at you, and you're going to have new shit to figure out. So once you got your old shit figured out, you're going to be like, fuck, now I got to figure this shit out. And then you spend a lot of time and fucking resources, whether it be money, time, food, drink, whatever the fuck resources you got. And you fucking try to figure that next problem out. And then you try to figure that next problem out. And then you try to figure that next problem out. Until you die. That's life, baby. But it's not so bad, alright? I know it sounds terrible, especially the way I just put it. Like, Jesus Christ. Sounds like I got problem. And then I just got to die. Why the fuck wouldn't I just die now? I'll fucking end my own shit. But the thing is, it's all about perspective. You gotta look at it in a certain way. Because if you're looking at it, it's hold on. I got my coffee here. But I think it's hot as fuck still. I'm kinda nervous. I think it's gonna burn. Oh yeah. I don't know if you can see that, but it's steaming coffee. This is Black Rifle, medium roast, fucking Spirit of 76. And I'm not sponsored by it, but I wish I was, because I gotta get the Spirit of 76 in my goddamn blood every morning, motherfucker. And that ain't, it sounds like a sponsor. But that shit, I've been telling people that for like months now, which is kind of nuts. I've been fucking sponsoring Black Rifle coffee without fucking getting paid for it. But that's alright. I'm gonna keep doing it. I like this coffee, it's good coffee. But it's all about perspective. And I was talking to Chance yesterday, and I was just thinking, I was brainstorming, all right? Because I was at my job site. I was waiting for some stuff to do because we needed some more shit from the store, and we needed a few odds and ends here and there. So my super went and got that stuff while we finished up what we were doing and took break. And I was just sitting there brainstorming ideas, you know, listening to my spiritual music. I found this new one. It's called A Gathering of the Tribe by John Hopkins and Violana. That one, whoo, that song's nuts, dude. It makes me feel like high as shit. And I don't even smoke nothing. That's the thing. I fucking just put that song on, dude. It gets into my bones and gets into my energy. And I just start, I just feel zen as hell. Feel calm. Finally content. I feel my whole body. I feel my energy going throughout my body. That's why I like that song. But I was thinking about how, well, okay, here's how the whole fucking, listen, I know you guys watched the other one where I was talking about foot jobs and shit, alright? Okay, alright. I do a lot of scrolling on Snapchat, right? Because I get bored. That's the only thing I do on my phone. Snapchat, I snap people back. I try to watch educational shit, but there's a lot of shit on there that draws my attention that is not educational. I will admit that. But this one actually was kind of educational, even though I went in it for, I don't know. I think I went in it for a good reason. All right, I'm just gonna stop dicking around the goddamn post and tell you what the fuck's going on in my brain. All right. So, I was watching this video about breastfeeding. Like, not this, it wasn't like a chick breastfeeding, nothing like that. The chick was just using like those automatic milking machines, and she was putting them on her tits. Obviously, I didn't see no tits. All right, I wish I did. I'm not. I wish I did. All right, but I didn't see no goddamn titty. I was just fucking listening to this chick talk about her experience of being a new mom and how she went from producing 2 ounces of milk to 10 ounces of milk. It's fascinating to me because I want a wife one day and I want to have kids one day. And so I've got to know how this stuff works, and I got to educate myself. And this stuff is very interesting to me, the reproductive system. But I don't like that we call it that, because it's very, very, very confusing. And especially now that we lost touch with our essence of what we are, I feel like we've purely look at it on a physical level of reproduction. Oh, I'm just going to have sex with this person, make a baby. I don't like that. I don't like that the way that I don't like that, man. It fucked with me for a long time because I had that idea in my head. To me, it didn't. And you got to get a wife. For what? I mean, yeah, I want one, obviously, and I feel a burning desire inside my being to have a wife and have a family and have children, but what the fuck for? And nobody asks that question. Why? That's why nobody's fucking staying together. That's why we're all getting divorced and we fucking go fuck around with that person and that person, this person, and then we're never satisfied. It's because we're not told, oh, why do we have to do these things? We're just told to do them and see other people doing them. And actually, the majority of people who did it in the past, like marriage, they weren't fucking happy either. They married just this person because they had to, or it was their only option back in the day. And that maybe they loved them at one point, but you've been together 70 years and you fucking start to resent that person because you didn't even like them in the first place. But we'll get on that side tangent in a second. Back to the main idea. Watching this chick talk about her experiences as a new mom, breastfeeding, producing milk, all this shit, right? It just clicks in my head. I don't know why. It just pops up in my head. This is creation. That body, shit, the way she, okay, all right. I'm guilty, I'll admit, until like yesterday, all right? It's not good. I'm not saying it's a good thing, dude. But until yesterday, I was kind of looking at everything on a purely sexual level as well. That's kind of how our society does things. But when that clicked in my head of creation, it's not reproduction. Yeah, you're reproducing. On a purely physical level, you're reproducing. But on a spiritual level, on a fucking mental level, you are creating. You are creating a new personality, a new ego. You are creating a new vessel for the essence of God, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Goddess, the divine spirit, fucking the Buddha, whatever you want to fucking call that energy that fuels our universe. That is creation. Okay? So then you think about that. It's creation. What? Okay. Whatever that energy is, goddess, God, whatever the fuck it is, okay? It creates. Everything we see is a creation by the divine, correct? So, to be bestowed as a woman, you are bestowed the ability to create. Men can't do that. We cannot. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I can't pop a baby out by myself. And women kind of can't either, but once they have, it's a unit kind of deal, dude. It's a unit kind of deal. Sorry, my brain's skipping around a lot. Regardless of if a woman stays with a man or has a man in her life, if she interacts with a man, her body can produce a child. Men don't have that. We don't have that, obviously. I know, well, some people will try to tell you different. Men can have, no, they can't. No, no. I got balls, man. My balls can't hold a baby. My balls hold sperms. But, okay. So then you think about this, okay? Creation, not reproduction. Physically, yes, it's reproducing a human being, okay? That's like the most basic level of thinking you can fucking get. That's like children level thinking. Oh, I'm reproducing right now. What the fuck are we talking about? That's so dumb, alright? So then you think about it. Creation, alright? God creates. I'm going to call it God. I don't like that word either, but I'm going to call it God. Because it makes sense to people. God, the goddess, I'm going to call it the goddess. It just sounds better. Because we're talking about women creating anyway. The goddess creates and then bestows upon women the ability to create. Okay? So then men's job, we're just supposed to find. We're not supposed to find. We're not supposed to go looking for anything, I don't think. We're just supposed to better ourselves the best we can. Try to become a better member of society. Just as we are. You know, we got dealt a hand of cards, and that's it. But women, they come and find us, I feel like, or at least they used to. They were supposed to. Women kind of morph society because they're the inner workings. They're the gears you don't see turning. While men were out working and building things physically, women were out taking care of the kid, making the food, doing all this, fucking nurturing the family, talking to the neighbors, doing this, doing that. They're the structure. They're the webbing inside of it. They're what holds everything together, dude. If we built everything without them, everything would just come crashing down. But so we're supposed to wait for that being that vibes with our energy, our soul creator, I'm going to call it, all right? Our soul creator. People call it a soulmate, right? You're going to make this, I don't like that. You're creating with this person for life. Soul creation. You meet with your soul creator, right? And that's when you begin to create together rather than creating separately. Your paths merge into one. And that's what's so beautiful about it, okay? But then you stop sexualizing women and you stop looking at them in that manner because they're all just creators. Yeah, this one's got blonde hair, that one's got blue eyes, yeah, that one's got a bigger butt, that one's got bigger boobs. But they're all creators, dude. And you don't sexualize them overly in your brain. You just look at them like, oh, that's beautiful. It's beautiful. But that's it. That's all you do. You just admire. Like, I think men are weird. The way we over fucking sexualize and hyperfixate on women is not healthy. But then women make it worse by dressing in a certain way. And I'm not telling anybody how to act or dress, okay? But women get mad at men for sexualizing them, but then they dress in a provocative and sexual manner. And I'll admit, actually, now that I'm saying this out loud, maybe it's men's responsibility to be mature and grown up enough to be like, okay, women are dressed like that. Okay. That's men's responsibility, maybe. Why can't we? We're supposed to be. And that takes a lot of work and effort and responsibility. But I think we can figure that out over time. But then I started to think more, all right? Most people don't even know their true purpose on this planet. I mean, nobody really knows. You just trying to have hunches and you feel it from your being. And you try to find the path and listen to what your intuition, and you listen to your discipline, and you listen to your endurance, and you just try to fucking find a way. But fuck, where'd that idea go? Oh yeah, most people are still sleeping. It takes a while to wake back up, or to wake up from a child. Children are awake. They're the most awake, I feel like. Children, they're experiencing everything for the first time. They're experiencing everything with no filters on their brain. Oh, look at this tree. Oh, look at this flower. Holy shit, that's a door. Holy shit, that's a TV. Oh my God, Cars is on there. They're just experiencing things. Then slowly, it becomes normalized throughout life. And you have to reacclimate back into that peace mindset, that peace circuitry that you lose to be able to go to work and do this and do that. I mean, you can do it together. It just takes effort. But, what was I thinking, dude? I had an idea that I wanted to get out, but now it's floating around in here. I feel it. Just give me a second. Yes. So it's almost as if, it's weird because people long for an apocalypse of some sort. Zombie apocalypse or Armageddon or whatever the fuck it may be. The people are like, they want their bunkers. They're like, oh, I'm ready. This is going to happen. Right? And we've kind of already got an apocalypse going on. The apocalypse of the government and the tyranny. It's a tyrannical apocalypse. And a lot of people are still asleep to that. A lot of more people are waking up. But it's almost like a zombie apocalypse. Because it's like the people who wake up have found the cure. But that cure also gives you a burning desire to fall back into the game. And you start to forget. You fall back into this physical reality. And you get caught back up in your own life. Instead of thinking about the larger scale of things. And that's where you fall back into being a zombie. And then you get another cure and you're like, oh, what the fuck was I doing? And you fucking get like, goddamn. You go for a while, you're not getting bit, you're avoiding the zombies, but you still have this burning desire. Like, what if I just go off the rails a little bit? Just a little bit. Go off the rails. And then you get bit again. That's what it feels like to me. And it brought me back to Maddie, actually, and why I was so stuck on her for so long. I know I'm 100% over that shit. All I wish for her, man, and whoever she finds in her life, I hope that they give her the treatment and the love and the attention that she deserves, that I was not able to give her that. I'll admit that I was not in the right mind to be able to give somebody that kind of attention and create with them in life. But I hope that she does find that happiness and find that peace, and I hope she finds the love she deserves. But I don't miss her anymore. I don't have any desire to be with her anymore. That shit's all gone. But I think why it took so long was because she recognized it. And I didn't realize this at the time. I literally just thought about this yesterday. And I'm a little sick, by the way, if I sound weird. And that's why I'm talking quietly to you, because I feel terrible. But I think, I don't know if I'm starting to feel better, if I'm dying, I don't know what's going on. But I had to get a podcast out. Main point is she recognized that she was a creator. Physically, her body created. Spiritually, she was a creator. Fucking artistically, she was a creator. Musically, she was a creator. And she realized this, and she was very intuitive and very smart. And that's why I was so stuck on her for so long. Because not a lot of women realize that. Not a lot of women even know their place and their responsibility. What greater fucking, oh my, dude, I was thinking about this yesterday. Where's my sins? Let me go find my sins real quick. I was thinking about it yesterday, dude. What greater responsibility is there on this planet than to create, dude? To have the fucking power that God, the goddess has itself, Mother Nature, whatever the fuck this divine essence is, it gives you the ability, it has itself, and creates through you. What greater responsibility is that? But women are out here looking for responsibilities. I want to be a doctor, which is great. I'm not saying not to be. I'm not saying there shouldn't be women doctors and scientists. And great, great. Just don't throw away this opportunity that the goddess has given you either. Your body's made for it. My body is made to murder, dude. It's made for physical violence and physical activity. That's why I fucking train my body and train my mind. And I train my fucking spirit so that I'm not a crazy person and I keep it together. I go to the gym. I fucking go to work to exert all my energy out. I put it into things that are productive so that I'm not a raging machine like the men used to be of the past. But this is what women's great responsibility is. And to me, I feel like we're wasting the opportunity, especially nowadays, because I started to think about my own life. And I think that's why a lot of people don't respect and they don't give their children the respect and the real attention they deserve, if that makes sense. Because most people's intentions of having children is not to create. I mean, it's to, they know they're making something. They're making a baby. But that's an extension of themselves. It's always I. I had sex with this person. I got drunk. I had sex with this person. I had a baby. I named her this. This is my baby. It's like, no, yes, this is your baby. But also this is a creation of the divine itself. This motherfucker is going to be something completely separate from you. And do you understand that kind of responsibility? The intention you need to have when creating something like that. That's like having the fucking button to a nuclear bomb and just fucking pressing it when everybody pisses you off. It's like, you fucking stole my chips, dude? Fuck you. Fuck you, dude. Like, what are we doing? You gotta have a great intention for this kind of power. And I feel like the knowledge of the past wasn't there, probably. It might have been, but you probably had to read so many books or at least spend a lot of time around children to understand their brains and probably understand psychedelic experiences to understand it further. But I feel like I was not made out of creation, obviously. I'm not made out of creation. I'm made out of sexual desire. That's what I'm talking about. That is not a good intention to create children. That fucks them up. Because that travels down. That energy travels through the fucking, whatever the fuck's going on through us, dude. It travels. And it comes into the baby. And that intention's there. And all that wiring that the baby will have to undo later on may not be able to. So many people don't figure it out on how to undo that wiring. So many people just fall down the rabbit hole of addiction or trauma or whatever the fuck it may be. And they just never figure it out. And I'm a lucky fucking person. I'll admit that. That's why I believe in some divine essence. I didn't before. I told you psychedelics helped just because I could feel it. But they didn't like, oh, now I have to believe. No. It just made me realize all the opportunities that I had to die in the past, the times I should have died, the fucking chances I could have been in trouble when I was doing stupid shit, the chances I could have fucking hurt somebody else, all the things that bad that could have happened and they didn't. And the fact that I'm standing here right now, out of all the fucking things that could have happened, that's no more than a fucking miracle. You can't explain that other to me than some kind of divine essence. That's what I've been thinking about, man. That's what I've been thinking about, is that you have to have a right intention. And I'm wondering what all these intentions, I think that's why I have a weird feeling about people my age having children. It's because I don't know if most of us are developed enough to understand this intention and this responsibility of having a child. It's easy to raise a child physically. Very easy. Especially if you just yell at them all the time and shit and control them. Oh, it's easy as fuck. But if you just try to fucking guide them and be like a teacher for them, that's a lot fucking harder, because then you can't yell at them. Because then you can't fucking disrespect them. You have to fucking have their trust and have their attention and have their love. And that's a lot fucking harder than yelling at them all the time or hitting them. Because they won't listen all the time. Because they know they don't have to. To you, he's not going to do nothing to me. He might raise his voice. But if you get angry, they'll be like, oh, I made him mad. I don't want to make Cody mad. And then they'll fucking figure it out. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna pause this for a second. I think I gotta go shit, dude. I'll be right back. Sheesh. I was fighting for my life in there, dude. It wasn't that long. I don't even know how long I was in there. Probably like 3-5 minutes, something like that. Long enough to read these 2 pages. But I think I had this disorder when I was young. Listen to this shit. DMDD is it's called disruptive mood dysregulation disorder. Is a childhood disorder characterized by almost constant anger and irritability combined with regular and severe temper tantrums. Now, remember, Dr. Bormate's book, The Myth of Normal, talks about how mental disorders are from trauma. So I believe these can be rewired, but I do believe I had this when I was younger, and my brain was wired in this way because I would tweak out all the time, and I was so angry all the time for no reason. But this makes a lot of sense. Listen to this shit. DMDD is a childhood disorder characterized by almost constant anger and irritability combined with regular and severe temper tantrums. What is it? DMDD is a recently identified disorder that children with a history of chronic irritability and serious temper outbursts are now recognized as having. The child is sad, bad-tempered, and or angry almost every day. The outbursts are grossly out of proportion with the situation at hand, occur several times every week, and happen in more than one place, at home, at school, and or with peers. Strained interactions that occur only between a child and their parents or a child and their teacher do not indicate DMDD. Children with DMDD regularly have severe temper tantrums inconsistent with their developmental stage 3 or more times a week in at least 2 different settings. Destroys things and or throws them around the room, used to do that. Shouts abuse at teachers, peers, or parents, used to do that. Angry and irritable almost all the time, used to be that way. It was recognized in 2013, but how's it diagnosed? For a diagnosis of DMDD, the symptoms must be evident consistently for more than a year and interfere with the child's ability to function at home and at school. One cause can be that the child misinterprets other people's expressions, in which case training in facial expressions recognition can be offered. That's, I think, the spot-on answer, because I think I fucking used to read people wrong. I think that's why I hated everybody. I was like, these people look at me like I'm stupid. I felt just disrespected by adults when I was younger, and I didn't like that. That's why I try not to disrespect anybody now, because I didn't like it. I don't like being disrespected, and I won't tolerate it now. If you respect me, we can have a respectful conversation. Don't be fucking coming at me like you're hot shit, because I will prove you're not real fast, dude. Because I don't fuck with that shit. It pisses me off. Diagnosed children are generally under the age of 10, but not younger than 6 or older than 18. 1 to 3% of children under the age of 10 have symptoms. Children with DMDD were once identified as having pediatric bipolar disorder, but they do not present with the episodic mania or hypomania of that disorder. They unlikely develop bipolar, but are at a higher risk of depression and anxiety as adults. That too, dude. I am at a very, very high risk for anxiety and depression. I get very anxious and very sad if I let myself. That's why I've been trying to figure my brain out. I'm making headway. I'm making serious headway now. I can feel it, dude. Some days I feel like I'm backtracking or not making any room, but that's just how it is. You just keep pushing forward, dude. I'm almost 2 months no drinking. I don't think I'm ever going back to it again. I don't really see the fucking point, dude. To me, it's like a leftover from our monkey past, dude. It's fermented fruit. That's all it is. It's poisonous. It's rotten fruit. And we all fucking hammer that shit down like it's a good ass time. And there's a lot safer. There's a lot safer and a lot healthier options. And I don't think alcohol is good for you at all, in any way. I don't even think it's good in a small amount. You're poisoning yourself. Like, yeah, your body's gonna get rid of it, okay? Your body's gonna figure it out. It's like drinking a small amount of bleach. Yeah, your body's gonna figure it out. But why are you drinking a small amount of bleach? To feel a little fucked up for a little while? What the fuck are you doing? Smoke a goddamn joint and shut up, dude. What are you talking about? Next, you're gonna be drinking paint thinner and fucking gasoline. Just a little bit, bro. Just a little. What are we talking about? It's poison. It's fucking poison. And the FDA's like, yeah, let's go. Alcohol. Now, it's the most dangerous substance on planet Earth, and it's not safe, dude. It's not safe. It's not healthy. It's not good. It's not good for you in any way, shape, or form. It's good as a social lubricant, right? That's the only thing it's good for. It's what people use it for. How about you just figure out how to talk to people? You ever think about that? That's what I'm trying to do right now, and I'm getting better at it. I'm getting pretty good, actually. I'm not trying to toot my own horn or nothing, but I'm getting pretty decent at talking to people. Like just random people at the gas station or anywhere I can talk to them. What I do need to work on is approaching people. That's hard, dude. But I think I'm gonna be able to do it now. Just gotta push myself. You gotta deal with the discomfort. You gotta push yourself. Be like, yo, what's going on? And just say something. That's all you gotta do. Usually just say something. It's goddamn Saturday. It's pretty chilly out there. Cloudy. Oh, man. I'm probably gonna go see my dad. Go to Walmart. I'm gonna shower after this. Switch my laundry. Actually, I'll switch my laundry right now. I hear it's done. I just think, thing is, man, when you give up alcohol or being stupid, it's not even really alcohol. I was being dumb. I was still acting like a kid. I'll admit that. I was fucking not taking care of my responsibilities. I was trying to avoid that with the alcohol. And once I gave the alcohol up, now I just have too much free time. And so now I have nothing to do but do my responsibilities and get shit done. And that's what I've been doing. And that's where I've been at these past couple of weeks. This past month. Just been trying to improve myself. And I'm doing pretty well. I'm pretty proud of myself, even though there's still things I can work on. I know that. There's always things you can work on. You gotta fucking toot your horn sometimes. Not too much, but give yourself some wins when there's wins. And keep fucking trucking. That's it. Celebrate a win and keep trucking. Because there's gonna be another challenge. fucking go. That's fucking life, baby. That is life. We're already at 35. Let's fucking go. I'm feeling sick still, dude. Not feeling too hot. That's why I'm talking so quietly. And it's kind of early. I don't know what time it is, but it's kind of early still. And I don't want to wake nobody up. My hair's growing back. I might grow the fro back. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Grow the fro back? No, don't grow the fro back. Also, Mom, if you're watching this, I love you, but stop swiping up on every goddamn Snapchat I got, please. Please, please, I ask you. Because I've had the thought of taking you off Snapchat, because that's not how you use it. It's not how you use it. You don't gotta swipe up on every story I post. I appreciate it, and I love you, but you don't gotta do that. I just had to put that public service announcement out there. And that's about it. I don't know what else to say now. We got fucking 4 minutes. Let's see what else is in here. There's the next page is seasonal affective disorder. SAD is a form of seasonal depression linked to changing levels of light that typically starts in fall as the days shorten. It is also known as winter depression or hibernation state. What is it? The nature and severity of SAD vary from person to person, and for some it can have a significant impact on the day-to-day life. See, I don't like this. Why they gotta name everything? And give everything a name. I get so we can understand it, but it's just normal shit. We all fucking get a little sad when winter comes. And then we get happy again when summer comes. There's more sun, it's greener, no snow, it's not cold as shit. Of course you're gonna be fucking happy. Yeah, I ain't reading this. I refuse. Not doing it. Not fucking doing it. I just been popping fucking multivitamins and mushroom supplements, dude, trying vitamin C, drinking a bunch of vitamin C drinks, trying to get this sickness out of me, dude. I haven't been sick in a while, and I hate when I'm sick. That's why I've been working on strengthening my immune system so this doesn't happen. I don't like it. But this sickness wasn't as bad as most sicknesses I've had. It's definitely becoming healthier over time is definitely making my immune system stronger, and I feel it. Because every time I get sick, it's just a little bit less. Like even when I get COVID now, it's nothing. It's like, oh, my body doesn't even hurt, nothing. I'm chilling. I'm not even tired. Well, maybe some days, but I'm not really like dragging, you know what I'm saying? Bruh, yesterday, I woke up at 2 in the morning. 2 a.m. I went to bed at about 8 o'clock, we'll say, 8:30, we'll say. Woke up at 2 a.m. because I just couldn't fall back asleep. Laid there for like an hour. Got on my phone. Laid there till I had like 5 o'clock. Got up. Went to work. Fucking did work. Drank like 4 Red Bulls, 2 cups of coffee. Ate a fucking cheeseburger from Quick Star. Did some shit in the Mason City PD. Did some touch-up work. And then I went to see my sister and my brother-in-law. Point is, I was up from 2 a.m. to 10 p.m. How many hours is that? Let's see. 2 plus 10 is 12. So that's noon. Plus another 10. 20 hours. I was up for 20 hours. You ain't got shit on me, boy. I'll sleep for 4, be up for fucking 20. Technically, I got like 5 hours, but sleep for 4, I'll be up for 20. I don't know how I do it. I'm just me, man. Just figuring it out for myself and I'm hoping everybody else figures it out too. I'm rooting for everybody. I love everybody. I'm gonna go shower and shave my balls. I don't know if you guys needed to know that, but all right. Love you guys. Bye.